right. Okay, so we're going to do a quick recap of what we did on Monday, and I would like to see hands who can explain to us where does, when we're measuring an angle, where do we begin? Anybody brave enough to let me know? Rangwato's hand is already up. I'm going to need a couple more hands, and the reason why I'm going to need a couple more hands is because I'm going to need to go through all of these: acute angles, right angles, obtuse, reflex, and revolution. Okay. I've got a couple of names. All right. So Rangwato, can you tell me, when I start measuring an angle, where do I need to connect my two lines from?
From the vertex.
Excellent. This dot right here, which we call a vertex. Excellent. And then where do I draw my first line to? And hopefully this thing will work better for me now. Where do I start drawing my first line to?
0.
Good. From here to 0. Oh, it's working this time, Teacher Cat. I'm so happy. Earlier, this thing wasn't working and it was so annoying. I'm so glad. All right, 2, 0. Okay, now I want to draw an acute angle. Rangwato, can you give me an example of an acute angle? Where would my next line go to? Any of them.
60 or 70.
Okay, good. Good. All right. Okay, 60 or 70. Let's pick 60. What do you think? Let's pick 60. So we're going to draw a line just like that to 60. Okay. And look, now I've turned it red. Okay, and this angle over here is going to be 60 degrees. And what do we call a 60-degree angle, Rangwato?
An obtuse angle.
Good.
An acute, sorry.
Not an acute angle. But what do we know? Our acute angles need to be less than
90 degrees.
Excellent. So it can't actually cross this 90-degree line here. Okay. Can be anything this side of 90, between 0 and 90, but it can't be bigger than that. Well done, Rangwato. Very well done. Okay.
Thank you.
Excellent. All right, Maya, can I ask you to unmute and tell me what is a right angle? This is number 1. Oh, wrong color. Hello, Maya.
Hi, Miss.
Hi. Can you tell me, where do I draw a right angle? How would I possibly draw a right angle?
Miss, you draw a right angle from the vertex, your first line at 0 and the second line at 90 degrees.
Excellent. At 90 degrees. So I'm going to draw it like that. Okay. It's 90 degrees. There we go. All right. There we go. So now, instead of drawing this little thing that I drew over here for the acute angle, this one.
Yes, Miss.
Okay. What can I draw in place of that little arc in order to show that it's a right angle? What can
Miss,
I draw?
you can draw a square.
Excellent. I can draw a tiny little square. Thank you, Iminati. I see your answer. Yes, I can draw a tiny little square that tells me it's 90 degrees. But what's another name for a 90-degree angle, Maya?
Miss, is it a perpendicular line?
Perpendicular would be two lines that cross each other just like this, but what do we call this angle specifically? Another name for it.
A quarter turn?
Oh, I'll give you a hint. I've written it over here.
Miss, a right angle.
It's a right angle. Excellent. It's a right angle. Okay. It was a trick question, Maya. It was
Yes,
right there on the map. Okay, excellent. Very well done, Maya. Amazing.
Thank you, Miss.
Okay, Gundo, can I ask you to unmute and tell me what is an obtuse angle? Okay, or where would I start drawing my obtuse angle from?
0.
From 0 degrees. Okay, so I've already got a line here that goes from 0 degrees, like over here, 0 degrees. And then where would my next line go? Give me an example of an obtuse angle.
120, ma'am.
Excellent. So I'm going to draw a line here to 120, just like that. There we go. Okay, now I want you guys to remember, and I need to remove this line quickly before we make a mistake. Okay, Gundo, I need you to remember quickly that what I want is this whole angle here. This whole angle is 120 degrees. Tell me, Gundo, between which two angles is my my obtuse angle usually? Between which two angles?
The right angle and the acute angle.
Oh, the right angle and the acute angle would be over here, but I'm looking for an obtuse angle. So obtuse angles are between 90 degrees and what other degree?
150.
Oh, not quite. Try again. Somebody maybe in the chat can help you. I'm hoping somebody in the chat will help. Kuhle has just helped you.
180.
180. Excellent. So any angle in between 90 degrees and 180, just like the one you gave me here. Do you see how this 120 degrees you've given me is between 90 degrees and 180 degrees? Do you see it?
Yes, ma'am.
Excellent. All right. I'm glad you see it. So an obtuse angle is any angle in between 90 and 180. Well done, Gundo. Excellent stuff. Okay, Boucher, can I ask you to unmute and tell me what a reflex angle is? Just need to make sure I'm not putting my whole thing out of focus. Hello, Gundo. Hello, Gundo. Not Gundo, Boucher. Sorry, Boucher. Hi.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi. All right. Can you tell me, Boucher, what is a reflex angle?
A reflex angle is an angle above 180 degrees. So it would be at 250 degrees is a reflex angle.
Excellent. Let me draw 250 degrees quickly and let's see. Oh, I'm drawing freehand. I completely forgot to click on my. Okay, so if I draw 250, there it is. Okay. There we go. All right. I hope you guys are noticing that I'm actually using the inside track. Oh, look at what I've done. I'm using this inside track, this one here, as my protractor. Okay, and good. And Inati says it needs to be less than 360 degrees. Boucher, do you agree?
Yes.
You don't sound very sure. Do you agree?
Ma'am, I can say no, because if it's a full below, I'm saying yes, I agree with it, but also no, because I feel like a revolution and a reflex angle are just the same thing in my
Not
defense.
not quite, but you can agree with it. Let me tell you what the problem is. I can choose any angle between 180, but I can't choose 180 because 180 is a straight line, right? At 180, yes. We call it a straight line. Just like at 90 degrees, what did we call it at 90 degrees? We called it a right angle. Right? So if I want to choose a reflex angle, I can choose anything right up until 359 degrees. But as soon as I get to 360, it's not called a reflex angle anymore. What is it called?
A revolution.
Excellent. So every angle that I have that is a reflex angle will be from 181 to 359 and the little bits in between next to 180. But normally everything between there will be the reflex angle. I hope that makes sense, Boucher.
Okay.
Okay.
It makes sense now.
Excellent. But yes, you are right. What you've given me here is a reflex angle. And the way I'm going to look at the angle is all the way like this, all the way there. That angle there is 250 degrees. That's the angle we're looking for. And I think Boucher already gave us the answer to the last one. Okay, Boucher already told us that the last one all the way to 360, this is number 4 and number 5, all the way to 360, if we go all the way around, all the way to that line, this is 360 degrees. And if you guys can tell me in the chat, what do we call it when it goes all the way around? What do we call this angle? Monde, can you tell me what the angle is called?
Yes, The angle is called a revolution.
Excellent. It's called a revolution. Okay. All right. Can I get in my chat? Remember, one emoji, exactly one emoji. Thumbs up, thumbs down. How are we feeling about this concept? I'm getting quite a lot of thumbs up. Excellent, because I want us to move a little bit faster. Excellent. All right. I'm happy with all the thumbs up that we're getting over here. All right. So all of you who have your hands up, unless you have a question, can I ask you to take your hands down? Because what we're going to do next, we're going to really need to all focus on. All right. For what we're going to do next, guys, I need you guys to have a ruler, a pen or a pencil, and I need you to have a protractor. I'm going to give you guys exactly 1 minute. If you don't have all three of those things, to find them. If you don't have a protractor at all, that's perfectly fine. I need you guys to just follow along with me. Okay. But because we are talking about angles, I'm hoping that you guys have protractors with you. Okay. Ruler, pen or a pencil, and a protractor. You guys have 30 seconds left. Oh, you know, look at what I've done. Oh. Teacher Cat, I knew I'd do something weird.
What happened?
I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what happened. I knew I'd do something weird. And now I have to take all of this stuff away. I forgot to copy paste and look at where I am now. My life problems. Okay, let me move this back. There we go. All right, excellent. Okay. All right. Okay, so I hope everybody's got what I've asked them to. Now, here's what we're going to do. I want you guys to take your ruler and put your ruler down on your piece of paper. Just put it down anywhere. Put it down anywhere and don't move it. I need you guys to hold it down pat. And then what I need you guys to do is take your pen or your pencil and draw a straight line on the top like that with your pen or your pencil. And then, that one spoke, okay, hold on. And then I need you guys, do not move your ruler. Don't move your ruler, keep it in that same spot and draw a line on the other side of your ruler. Okay, just like that. Amu, it's perfectly fine. Just try and keep up. Okay, and then give me a thumbs up in the chat once you've done that. Okay. So I need you to put your ruler down and then you draw a line on one side and don't move the ruler, draw a line on the other side. I'm seeing quite a lot of thumbs up. I'm glad. Okay, thank you for that thumbs up, Ntako. I see it. Mahlatz has also given me a thumbs up. Excellent, guys. Okay, cool. I'm getting a lot of thumbs up. Awesome stuff. Okay. Awesome. All right, so here's what we're going to do next. Okay. You're going to remove your ruler. Okay. And this is what I'm going to tell you guys. I'm going to ask you guys to draw these two lines like this. Okay. And who can tell me, I would like raise hands. Who can tell me, what do these two arrows mean? What do these two arrows mean? Yes, Carrie. What do these two arrows mean?
That the line continues, that both of the lines continue.
Oh, not quite. If I had put the two lines on the end like this, that would mean that they continue. But because I've put them in the middle of the two lines, what does that mean? What do we call them when they have those two lines in between?
That the parallel lines.
Exactly. They are parallel lines. Very well done. Parallel lines. Yeah. Parallel lines. And like some people are saying in the chat, parallel lines, they never meet. We've learned this quite a lot of times. If you haven't, I need you guys to go back to lesson 1, I think that we did, where we were talking about parallel lines and perpendicular lines. Parallel lines do not meet. Now, here's what I want you guys to do now. I want you to take your ruler and draw a line across these 2 lines like that. Okay. It doesn't matter what it is, what angle it's at. Just take your ruler, put it like this. Just make sure it's not 100% straight. Put it at a bit of an angle and draw a line through, just like that. And now that this line of mine crosses this point and this point, what do we call a line that crosses 2 other lines? Who can tell me? Who remembers? Because we did learn about this. Does anybody know? If your hand is up, I'm going to assume that you know what it's called. Oh, Tabiso, remember, intersection is only when one line crosses one other line. Letu is correct. Well done, Letu. Jaden, do you remember what it's called? Hi, Jaden. Hello, Jaden. Oh, no. Okay, no, Kwesi, do you know what it's called? No, Kwesi? Okay, I'm gonna go with the people.
Oh, hi.
I know, Kwesi. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. This isn't working. I don't know what's going on with everybody's unmute. This is called a transversal line. Okay. A transversal line is a line that crosses 2 or more other lines. Okay. They don't even have to be parallel. This one just happens to be transversal. Okay. Here's what I want you guys to do, because I think I'm going to make this mistake again. I need you guys to extend this line that way. Make sure that you've drawn quite the long line. Okay. Make sure it's a long line. It's not just a short line, it's a long line. Okay. And then what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to take your protractor, put it in the middle there, put your 0 degrees over here, and I want you guys to measure this angle for me. So put your 0 degrees on your protractor over there and measure all the way like that. And then I want you guys to tell me what angle you get over here. Pop it in the chat as soon as you get an answer. Pop it in the chat. Nombulelo, that's fine. That's fine. Iminati, it's not going to be a reflex angle. It's going to give me a number. You're going to give me a number. It is an obtuse angle, but what is the size of the angle? You're going to use your protractor. Let me write this down. Use your protractor. Hermione, if you're getting a small angle, then I'm assuming that your line looks like that. It's looking in the opposite direction. Okay, use your protractor and measure the angle. Measure the angle. Okay, I'm getting Nsako as well. I'm going to assume that your line doesn't cross in the other way. Patiswa, it's fine if you don't have a protractor, just try and follow along. Jaden says, I think it's 120. It's not a guessing game. Remember, we're measuring. So you should get an angle either way. Shanre, you should not be getting 180. If you're getting 180, that means you're measuring the straight line. And that's not what I'm looking for. Justin, if it's between 160 and 170, it's normally then going to be 165. It's going to be in between the two of them. Gundo says, got 140 degrees. Iminati, 123. Nondumiso also got 150, 134. All of you guys who are getting obtuse angles, that sounds promising to me. If you got an acute angle, I'm going to assume that you're either measuring the wrong angle or you've drawn this line, this one, you've drawn it that way instead. Okay. Jaden, that's fine. Just try and follow along. All right. So I'm going to assume, let's say, for instance, let me take Sisonke's answer. Sisonke says she measured her angle and it gave her 135 degrees. Now what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to go and put your protractor down here, all the way down here, and make sure your 0 degrees is over here. And I want you guys to measure this angle for me. Measure this angle, and then tell me if you get the exact same angle. If you do, put a yes in the chat for me. And if you don't, put a no. Because the no is quite more telling. But the yes, Monde says yes. That's good. I'm seeing a lot of yeses. Carrie says no. Carrie, can I ask you to put your hand up and tell me what happened? Sisonke also says yes. Tando says yes. So because I took Sisonke as 1, that means she got 135 degrees as well. Hi, Carrie.
Hi.
Hi. Where did we lose you? We were just measuring. That's all we were doing.
I got 120. I don't know if I'm measuring wrong or I don't know.
You probably are. What angle did you get when you measured up top here? When you measured up top here, what angle did you get?
I got let me see. I got the same number I just said, 120.
Okay, good. And now when you measure the bottom one, what did you get?
Oh, I made a mistake. Yes, I got 120 as well.
That's good. That's exactly what we want. We want both angles at the top and at the bottom. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Excellent. All right. Awesome. All right, guys. So what we've just done is we've just shown that these two angles are corresponding. Iminati, I'm glad you're asking. What does this mean? It means that these two angles are corresponding angles. Okay. I need you guys to commit this to memory. Okay. Lelenke, if you're getting two different answers, you probably measure them again. Measure them again. They should be the same. Okay, especially if you've drawn a straight line using a ruler. I hope you're using a ruler. You should get the same answer both. Okay, Lesego, that wait no is making me a bit nervous. I'm wondering what wait no means. Okay, now because these two angles are equal, they are called, this one 135 and 135, they're called corresponding angles. And I need, Lesego, if they're not the same, then you've probably somewhere miscalculated. Maybe go and try and measure them again. Okay, now we're going to try another one. Okay, remember that those two were called corresponding angles. If you can, where you've drawn the two, put those two lines that I put. Do this, do that, and at that one, whatever that answer was for you, and whatever that answer was for you, draw two lines like this and write corresponding angles. Okay, that's what that means. All right, then what I want you guys to do is take your protractor, and this time I want you guys to put it right there, but put the 0 on this line over here. Put the 0 degrees over here, and I want you guys to measure this angle for me and put that in the chat. Okay. I would like you guys to do that for me quickly. I'm going to give you guys 1 minute. Measure that angle. Saneliso, it should not be 180 degrees because you're measuring from here to this line over here. Okay, so from this, so it should be an acute angle. That's what I'm getting at. Rahil and Kialebora got 56 and 50 degrees. I kind of agree with those. Anybody else? Iminati says 55 degrees. Monde Hamani got 50 as well. Boucher got 60 degrees. 54. Vandile got 50 degrees. I'm agreeing with you guys. Justin got 80. Good. Jaden got 50. Kanye is 30. Lena is 56. Sisonke got 50 degrees. 50 degrees on the dot. I like that one. Okay. Oh, Onami, if you're struggling with measuring it, I need you to go watch lesson 1, where we learned how to measure and how to draw angles. Okay. That'll help you a lot on how to measure. Okay. All right. Excellent, guys. Now, what I want you guys to do for me is take your protractor. Oh, no, I didn't mean to delete that. And I want you guys to put your protractor over here and then put it on this line over here where your 180 degrees is. Okay. That's okay, Spokukhe. All right. And then I want you guys to measure this angle. And I know it's going to give you an answer like 120 or something, but remember what we actually want. What we actually want is this angle. So between 120 and 180 is going to be 60 degrees. So we're looking for the acute angle between the two. Okay, that's what we're looking for. Okay. And then I need you guys to tell me if, let's say, for instance, you got 50 degrees here. Did you get the same answer over here? Did you also get 50 degrees over here? Give me a yes or a no in the chat. Yes or no. Jaden says yes. Nokwezi says yes, ma'am. I'm seeing a lot of yes, ma'ams. And Sanelisa says yes, I think. You're just reading off the protractor, so it should. Kemi says yes. Somebody said no. If you said no, then remember what you can do is if your protractor gives you 120 over here, what you can do is go 180 minus 120, and that'll give you the answer you're looking for. Okay, Fumani, try this as well. Okay, whatever your answer is over here, take 180 and minus that. That's the correct answer. If you got the same answer, then that's exactly what you're supposed to get. Okay, Caleb, I want you to explain to me what not really means. Okay, so we should get the same answer on both sides. Okay, yeah, I'm liking that. Oh, yes, yes, okay. And if you don't know why we're taking 180 and minusing whatever that other angle is, I need you guys to go and watch lesson 1 and lesson 2 again. I explain in those lessons why we measure that way. Okay, we need to go back. All right. I don't know if any of you guys have heard. Oh, Caleb, one number more, that's fine. It's fine. Okay, so. Okay, Inati, I need you to be very specific for me. What do I need to explain again? Okay, now you guys will notice that these two angles are opposite each other like this. Let me draw it with a, yeah, let me use purple. Okay, they're opposite each other. Like this one is over here, and then we go like that, and then we go opposite like that. Okay. And you'll see that this angle over here is equal to this opposite angle over there. And these two angles are called alternate. Ooh, not ultimate. Okay, I'll try that again. Alternate angles. Okay. Thank you. I'm seeing somebody already saying they are alternate angles. Yes, Kutle Konke, you're correct. They are acute, but Lena, the reason we call them alternate angles is because there's two of them. Okay, there's not just one. There's this one, this acute angle, and this acute angle. Both of them together make alternate angles. Okay, together they make alternate angles. They are both acute, yes, but because there's two of them, there's one up here and one down here, together we call them alternate angles. Okay. Okay. Alternate, kind of like opposite angles because they're on opposite sides. All right. One more thing. Now I need you guys to take your ruler. Oh, look at what I've done now. Okay, I'm going to erase this alternate angles. Take your ruler, and I need you guys to place your ruler like this. Okay, like let's say, for instance, this is my ruler. It needs to be flush with this line over here. Make sure that they're exactly the same. Yes, Lena, to make alternate angles. Okay, put your ruler on that line, on that skew line that you've drawn, and draw another line on this side, like that. Okay. Draw another line like that. Okay. I hope you guys know what I mean. Another line like that. Okay, and once you're done, please put the word done in the chat for me. Oh, okay, this is getting, okay, I'm seeing quite a lot of dones. Ina says done, Tabiso says done. Okay, now you guys will remember, and I think I took Sinesonke as one, Sinesonke had 135 degrees over here, right? Now, what I would like you guys to do is put your protractor back over here and use this line over here where it's 180 degrees and measure this angle for me. Sisonke, yes, sorry, yes, Sisonke. I didn't forget, I'm sorry, I'm just speaking very fast. Yes, Sisonke. Okay, I want you guys to measure that angle over there for me. Okay, put that answer in the chat. Put the answer in the chat for me once you've got that answer. Maya says 60 degrees. Caleb says 52. Caleb, your answers always keep, like they keep changing by 1 degree. I'm a little worried. 60 degrees. Onami says 74 degrees. Jaden says 60. Tando says 55 degrees. Annalisa says 60 degrees. I'm seeing quite a few of those 50 degrees that came by. Okay, Bulela says 51 degrees. Rahel says 76 degrees. Okay, so now I want you guys to notice that, okay, if I'm Sisonke, what I should have gotten over here is 45 degrees. Okay, I want you guys to write that angle in. Write it on your diagram. And the reason why I want you to write it on your diagram, because I want you guys to take this angle and this angle, and I want you to add them together. So take 45 degrees, whatever those two angles are, plus 135 degrees. And tell me in the chat, how many degrees do they give you? How much do you get when you add them together? Rangwatu says 180 degrees. Sanelisa also says 100. And Carrie, 180. Tabiso says 182, but that just might be an error a little bit, I think. It should say 180 degrees. Okay, excellent. All right. Now, because these two are on the inside, I hope you guys are noticing, what we've actually drawn here is another set of parallel lines like this. Yes, Mahadze, it's a kind of moment. Tando, you may have made a bit of a mistake somewhere in your calculations. It should give you 180 degrees. Now, you guys will notice that what I've actually got here is kind of like a little box. You guys see that? I've got a box there. And inside this box, I've got two angles. Loshevo, you're going to have to rewatch the video if you're lost, okay? Because we've covered quite a lot now. Okay, inside this angle, we've got two interior angles. And these two angles, this one and this one put together, are called co-interior angles. And that's something I also need you guys to remember. They're called co-interior angles. Inati, you've made a calculation mistake somewhere, trust me. They should give you 180 degrees. Okay, they're called co-interior angles. Okay, whew, that was a lot to take in, but I'm going to summarize for you guys. Okay, we first started, yes, Jaden, co-interior. Okay, we first started, let me just erase all of this. We first started with corresponding angles, and we said that corresponding angles, we measure this angle over here and the other angle on the other side, and these two are called corresponding angles. And if we look on the inside over here, the opposite angles, this one is opposite and that one is opposite, and they're equal and they're called alternate angles. And again, if we measure the two inside angles, these two angles together, these two, the inside angles, if we add them together, add 105 degrees plus 75 degrees, these two angles are going to equal, or let me write add up to. They add up to 180 degrees. And these are actually called co-interior angles, interior from the word inside. Okay. Co-interior angles. All right. From 1 to 10, 10 being, ma'am, I understand everything we just did, and 1 being, yo, ma'am, not me, I don't get it. Tell me, how do we feel about this subject? Nala says 5, kind of getting it. Okay, I'm getting quite a few 5s, but I'm getting 10s and 9s and 7s. And Bali, a 7 is good. That means we still just have a couple of things to tweak out. I see, I understand, so, that's Kungawa, okay. Justin says 10, I'm getting a 6 and a 4 and an 8. For those of you who are saying 4, 5, 6, if you said 1 or 2, I need you guys to please rewatch the video so that you can get a better understanding. And if you can, do what we're doing now again. Do the process again. Pause the video. Lushevo, it's on the website. It's going to be on the website in 24 hours time. Okay. Lelente says, ma'am, please scroll up. Am I scrolling up to this over here, this ugly drawing of mine, or do you not want the better looking one down at the bottom? Okay, Nokwezi says 9.4. I wonder where the 0.6 went. Okay. To this one or to this one down here? Lelente, just say up or down. Buche, how can I help my sweetie?
Ma'am, with all
Co-interior?
Intercorrect inside and no, the last ones where you have to plus them.
Yes.
With those ones, do you always have to plus, or can you also minus?
No, it's always going to be plus, because when you add them up together, they're going to give you 180 degrees. Okay, we cannot minus. Okay, Fumani, I agree. But Buche, I hope that answered your question. Okay, when we add them together, they need to give us 180 degrees.
Yes.
Okay. Excellent. All right, here, everybody's asking for the
can only
drawing.
be 180.
Yes. For them to be co-interior angles, they need to add up to 180 degrees. Okay. I hope that answers your question. Okay. All right. Those of you who are trying to take screenshots and the such, I need you guys to stay until the end of the lesson, and then we'll get to that. Okay. Let's take a quick brain break. Okay, we're going on a cruise again. I hope you guys are ready. Okay. Are we ready? Let's go on a cruise today. All right. Monday, everybody gets to play this one, so don't worry about this one. Teacher Kat, are you there? Are you ready to help me with our brain break?
Ready.
Okay, awesome. All right. So I'm going on a cruise and I'm bringing Harry Potter.
Oh, geez.
This
is where my nerdiness goes out the window. Okay, I'm going on a cruise and I'm bringing, geez, I had someone in my mind and they just, okay, I'm gonna steal whoever's in the chat. Shakespeare, William Shakespeare.
You're bringing William Shakespeare. Teacher Kat, you're not coming on the cruise. Oh no.
I knew you never wanted to be there. I knew it. You never wanted to be on the cruise. It's okay.
Okay. I saw somebody say Hermione Granger, and they said Hermione Granger and they're coming on the cruise. Okay. Spokesman says Mickey Mouse. Spokesman is coming on the cruise.
What?
Let's see. Inati says Roald Dahl, you're not coming on a cruise. Polar Bird, which is Patson, says Ronald Weasley, you're going on the cruise. Somebody says Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Rutabile, you're not coming on the cruise. Cindy says Maroon 5, no. Let me see. Somebody said Sophia the First. You're going on a cruise. You're coming on the cruise. Supercicla says Naruto, you're coming.
What
So
the
Naruto and
hell?
Sophia, the first, you guys are coming. You guys are coming on the cruise.
Fine, then I'm bringing Donald Duck because I can't figure this out.
Yeah. Okay, Teacher Cat, you're coming on the cruise because you're bringing Donald Duck. Somebody says Harry Styles. No. Oh, Onami says I'm bringing Teacher Coco. Onami, you need to bring your own guest. I was already
Teacher Coco
going.
is the captain.
I'm the captain. Let me see. Somebody says Doc McStuffins. Cindy, you're going on the cruise. Lena says they're bringing you, Teacher Cat.
I'm going.
Peter Pan, yes, they're going. Cinderella, yes, you're going.
I think
Minnie
I sort
Mouse,
of see what it is now.
Goku, you're going. Sleeping Beauty, Teen Titans, you're going. Yep. Somebody said regular show. Nah, you're not coming. Luke Skywalker, whoever said Luke Skywalker, you're coming. Whoever said SpongeBob, you're coming. Somebody said Vegeta. Yes. Love it. Lionel Messi's not going. No. Somebody said Justice League. No. ESCOM. No, ESCOM is not coming. Yes, Lilente figured it out. Yeah. Lilente, can I ask you to raise your hand and tell us what we're actually looking for? Kevin Hart is not coming. Lilente, are you there? Somebody said Frieza. Oh, I'm loving my Dragon Ball Z fans. Lilente, can you say that again? Somebody said SpongeBob SquarePants. Yes. Inati, you can't say DuckTales. Tando says Dwayne Johnson. No. Piccolo, yes. Teacher Kat, do you think you've got it?
All I know is it
Somebody
has
said
to do with characters.
Yes, absolutely. It needs to be a character, but it needs to be a fictional character.
Okay.
So
A fictional.
Yes. So Shakespeare unfortunately can't come because
It's
he
not a
wrote
fictional character. Yes.
But if you had said Romeo or Juliet, then you'd be coming because
there
those
we
are
go. I see.
that Shakespeare wrote about. Okay. Excellent. And somebody says Teacher Severus Snape. Yes, I agree. Lilenka, you were correct. They are fictional characters. Dr. Strange, Mr. Bones. Carrie, who's Mary? Which Mary? we need to know which Mary. If you said Dwayne Johnson, you're not coming. But if you said The Rock, you're definitely coming.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. All right. Okay, guys. Okay, let's give the chat a rest. We're going to stretch out quickly up front. Everybody stretch. Stretch forward and stretch back. And stretch back. All right. And then we're going to stretch up. Stretch up.
Oh, geez.
Okay. Oh. Ooh. And then we're going to stretch back down. Oh, I really needed today's stretch. Hey, Teacher Kat, I feel like I'm stiff.
We've been sitting.
All right, guys. Okay, so we're going to put all those corresponding alternate and co-interior angles together. We're going to start looking at how we're going to measure them. All right, so now we're going to start with A. And we're going to look that these two angles are our parallel lines. Right, so can I ask you guys in the chat, let me know, what is X going to be equal to? X is going to be equal to, and remember you guys measured these really well. Monde, can I ask you to tell me? What is this angle going to be equal to?
The angle is going to be equal to 8.
If you're stuck,
I got 112 degrees.
112, good. Do you remember the reason why it's equal to 112?
Because it is
what kind of angles? What kind of angles?
Oh, it's a okay. Give me a sec, right?
We're supposed to know, Lena, not obtuse. There are two angles. Guys, can you help him out in the chat? Somebody help Monde out. Why is it equal to 112 degrees? Yes, Titan, we do. Yes, well done, Onami, because it's Gutlekonke has also got the answer. Monde, look in the chat. What are they called?
A corresponding angle.
Excellent. They're called corresponding angles. The angles on the outside of each other are called corresponding angles. Excellent. Well done. Very well done.
Okay.
Excellent. Rangwatu, can I ask you to unmute for me and tell me with B, what is X going to be equal to? And you guys can already pop the answers in the chat. Let me just highlight my parallel lines because they help us quite a bit. Rangwatu, are you there?
Yes,
Rangwatu,
ma'am.
what is X going to be equal to here?
75.
75 what?
75 degrees. Sorry, ma'am.
Thank you. 75 degrees. And the reason for that?
Because they are corresponds.
Oh, they won't be corresponding in this
No,
time. Look, they're
no,
opposite each
no,
other. They're opposite each other. So
Oh,
they're called
alternative.
alternate. Good.
Alternate.
Alternate angles. Good. These are alternate. And I'm just going to put the angles that we learned last time. Okay, excellent. These are alternate angles. Well
Alternate
done,
angle.
Rama. Well done. Okay, so this next one is going to be a bit difficult. I hope you guys see why. Okay, but I'm going to ask Carrie first. Carrie, can you tell me what is y going to be equal to? Let's talk about y. What is y equal to?
Y equals 250.
Good. What is my reason behind that?
I think it's a co-interior angle.
No, co-interior would mean this one and that one. But no, that's not it.
Alternate angle.
Alternate angles would mean that they're opposite each other. So if I have 150 here, I would need another 150 over here. So that's not it. Think about it. Check in the chat if you're a little stuck. There's always somebody helping you in the chat.
Corresponded angle.
Good. It's a corresponding angle because we have this one here and that one up top there. Do you see it?
Yes.
That's why they are corresponding. Excellent. Well done. Very well done. All right. Nala, can I ask you to then tell me what is X going to be equal to? And I'll give you guys a clue. Because we've already found Y, X is over here. Let me pick a nice color. Okay. And then let's look at our parallel lines. There's our parallel line. There's my parallel line. And then it makes a little box. So what is X going to be equal to? What do you think, Nala? Oh, Nala, I can't hear you, my sweetie. Sure. Okay. Maybe check your sound and then we'll come back to you. Okay. Kutle Konke, do you know what X is going to be equal to? Oh, nobody's unmuting. Kutle Konke, can you unmute for me? Kungawa, yes, you can. Hi, Kutle Konke.
Hi, Miss.
What is X going to be equal to? What do you think?
Miss, I think X is going to be equal to
Click in the chat. Is that
30 degrees.
30 degrees? Good. What is my reason? Remember, there's a little box. And if I add these two, they need to give me how much?
150 degrees.
Oh, not 150 degrees?
180 degrees.
Excellent. So what's my reason? When I add them together, what is my reason for that? They are?
They are
What kind of angles are they?
alternate angles.
Oh, it's not going to be alternate. Remember, they're inside the box. So what do we call them? Onami, you're missing something in front of that word. Remember, guys, the angles on the inside of the box are called, you remember, Kutle Konke? They're called
Co-interior angles.
Co-interior angles. Okay, co-interior angles. Okay, very well done, Kutle Konke. Okay.
Thank you, Miss.
Excellent. Whew. Okay. I want you guys, can I ask you to just mute yourself for me, my sweetie? Thank you. Okay. I hope you guys are understanding this concept. Teacher Kat, can you drop the link to the quiz in the chat for me? Okay, it's a bit of a complicated concept, but we do need to practice. So what I want you guys to do is take a screenshot of this if you can. Okay, Kungao, I'm glad you're back. Just take a quick screenshot of what we've done. Okay, and go and practice. I'll give you guys a little bit of a hint with this one at the bottom. Remember, these two angles are opposite each other. Okay, it has something to do with what we learned on Monday about angles that are opposite each other, and they're called something really funky. I hope you guys can remember. Okay, Lena, it depends on what kind of device you're on. If you're on a laptop, you need to look for the print screen button. If you're on a phone, you're going to have to ask mom or dad or your big brother to help you take a screenshot so they can teach you how to do that. Unfortunately, everybody's on a different device, so that's not going to help us. Okay. Okay, Bonolo, if you're lost, I need you to go back and watch the videos that we did for, because this is lesson 4 out of 4, which means if you're new today, you've missed lessons 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you might need to go back to the beginning to learn what we've done today. Okay. Onami, you're correct. It had something to do with vertically something. I wonder if you guys can tell me in the chat, vertically what? Vertically what angles? You guys remember? Does anybody remember? I was hoping somebody would remember, but that's fine. That's fine. It will come to you. Ah, there we go. Onami remembered. Gareth remembered. Excellent. Yes, Talia and Kuhle and Patiswa. Vertically opposite angles. And we learned about those on Monday. I hope you guys remember. All right. That's it from us, guys. We're going to see you guys again on Monday, where we are going to be starting a new topic on 2D shapes. I hope you guys are going to bring all those maths juices and brains, bring them with you. Okay. Bring all of those with you, and then we're going to be starting on not quite polygons. We're going to be looking at triangles and quadrilaterals.